And welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. I thought it'd be fun to make a housing market update for Las Vegas, Nevada, San Antonio, Texas, as well as Chicago, Illinois. If you guys follow the channel, I talk about the housing market as a whole for the whole nation. But of course, every housing market's different though. So I thought it'd be fun to share these particular cities with you guys. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right in because there's some very interesting trends we're seeing right now in these particular cities and of course across the United States as well. So let's first talk about Las Vegas, then San Antonio, Texas, and then Chicago, Illinois. And by the way, I'll add timestamps as well. So if you guys only want to know about San Antonio, Texas, for example, you can fast forward ahead. Let's see what's going on in Las Vegas right now though. So Las Vegas, let's have a look at new listings. New listings are down 17.2% from the same time period in 2021. And this is a similar trend we have been seeing in the US as a whole. So new listings are down approximately 17% overall across the nation as well. And it has been decreasing nationwide ever since June and also in Las Vegas as well. Because new listings have been decreasing ever since this time frame right here, which is the 4 weeks ending July 3rd of this year. So at that time, new listings were actually up 15%. Now they're down 17.2%. Let's look at active listings, which of course is housing supply. Wow, look at that. So I have not looked at the data yet, so this is pretty remarkable. Look at this. Active listings are up 57% from 1 year ago, and almost getting to 2019's levels as well. So they have 12,000 houses for sale right now compared to just under 7,800 houses for sale last year, where at that time we were actually down 25% from the same time period in 2021. Now we're up 57%. So active listings have been increasing greatly ever since April this year. And by the way, on January 1st, they were down 27% in the number of active listings from 2021. Pretty remarkable. So a giant increase of active listings, but it has started to slough off here. So we've been seeing this huge increase of active listings ever since April this year, but more recently though, the rate has slowed. I'm guessing why they're seeing this slowing effect regarding active listings is because new listings have been decreasing greatly, again about 17% down from last year. So we're not seeing enough new listings hitting the market to cause this trajectory of active listings to continue to skyrocket. So that's active listings and new listings. Let's have a look at pending home sales when a home seller accepts an offer from home buyer. So pending home sales are down, wow, look at that, down 43% from 1 year ago. That is pretty remarkable. But over the past several weeks though, ever since the 4 weeks ending July 31st, or basically July. So in July, in August, and also in September, pending home sales have been more or less flat, but still down 43% from 1 year ago. Pretty remarkable. So pending home sales in Las Vegas, Nevada have decreased greatly despite the fact we have more than 50% more houses for sale compared to 1 year ago, which is telling me that home buying demand is decreasing greatly in Las Vegas. So speaking of that, let's have a look at price drops in Vegas right now. So the share by week is 10.7%. But look at this though, it has been decreased ever since this time frame right here, where the share was 11.4%. It's still way higher compared to 2019 and also 2021, because in 2021 this time, the share was only 4.1%. Now it's 10.7%. I always mention though, this is by week though. So let's have a look at altosresearch.com to have a look at Las Vegas for price reductions right now. So price reductions right now, at least for the 7-day average ending September 9th, is at 58.68%. So slightly below 60% right now. So approximately 6 out of every 10 houses in Las Vegas, Nevada right now that are listed for sale have already had price reductions, which is pretty astonishing because let's look at when 30% was. 30% was back in May 20th. So ever since then, the share of price drops has doubled. And going back right here on March 11th, the share of price drops was only 16%. And again, now it's just under 60%. Also going back 1 year, in 2021, obviously the share was 29%. So on a year-over-year basis, the share of price reductions has also doubled as well. And in 2020, the share was 31% as well. And pre-COVID, the share was approximately 49%. So it's very clear that home buying demand is decreasing greatly because we're seeing a lot of price drops here, and of course a decrease in pending home sales as well. Let's look at sold prices though. The median sold price in Las Vegas. Right now, they're up 10% on a year-over-year basis. The median sold price is $415,000. At the peak, though, the median sold price was $455,000. And at that time, home prices were increased by 24% on a year-over-year basis. Now it's only 10%. So in Las Vegas, Nevada, the median sold price went from $455,000 approximately 3 months ago, now down to $415,000. And by my dumb math, that's a decrease of 9% in almost 3 months. All right, that was Las Vegas, Nevada, a big pullback in home buying demand there, despite the fact they're seeing a huge increase of housing supply. Anyways, let's talk about San Antonio, Texas, and see what's going on here. So new listings are down by 12.5% compared to the same time period in 2021. And as you can see here, ever since this time frame right here, which is more or less June, they've had a decrease of new listings ever since then, more or less. Let's have a look at active listings though, because we've seen a decrease of new listings by 12.5%. I'm guessing that active listings are not increasing as they once did. Yeah, so look at that. So active listings are up 24.22% from the same time period in 2021. But take a look at this, because this rate was increasing greatly until we hit June approximately, or it looks like actually until we hit around July this year. So over the past couple of weeks now, the number of active listings in San Antonio, Texas has been decreasing very, very slightly. So I'm guessing again, why we're not seeing this trajectory of this big increase of active listings is because we're not seeing this huge increase of new listings. Again, down 12.5% on a year-over-year basis. All right, so that's new listings and also active listings in San Antonio. Let's have a look at pending home sales. So pending home sales have been more or less flat for the past several weeks now, but we're still down 17.4% from 1 year ago. Let's look at price drops though. And price drops in San Antonio, Texas are at 9.5%. At this time in 2021 is 5.6%. So just shy of double the share in 1 year. It's really interesting to see that the share of price drops has been increasing ever since this time frame right here, which is more or less May or April and May of this year. And it increased greatly until we hit approximately July or August really. So over the past couple of weeks though, the share of price reductions has been decreasing. And let's have a look at price drops on altosresearch.com for San Antonio. So the share right now is just over 50%. Last week it was at 51%. So a slight decrease from 1 week ago. But look at this, the share right now at 50%. Back on March 11th, the share was only 16.57%. So the share of price reductions has been skyrocketing greatly. Also, the current levels right now are far higher compared to last year when the share was only 31%. Back in 2020, it was 32%. But interesting to note here that the share of price reductions pre-COVID was more or less the same as it was right now. All right, that's price reductions there. Let's have a look at home prices in San Antonio, Texas. Look at this. Home prices are still up 12% from 1 year ago. But 1 year ago, look at that. Home prices were up 15% from 2020. So the median sold price in San Antonio is $330,000. The peak was right around this time frame right here, when the median sold price was $349,000. And at that time, home prices increased 23% from 1 year ago. Now it's only 12%. Also, it's interesting to note here by my dumb math here that the median sold price over the past 3 months in San Antonio, Texas has decreased by about 5%. All right, changing gears slightly, let's talk about Chicago, Illinois, actually a city I have not covered on my YouTube channel. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So new listings are down, look at that. So new listings are down almost 31% from a year ago, and has been decreasing greatly ever since the 4 weeks ending June 26. So again, new listings have been falling greatly ever since June of this year. And at that time, new listings were only down 14%. Now again, they're down 30.9%. I'm guessing that the increase of housing supply has softened over the past several months. Let's have a look at that. And there you go. Active listings are up only 14.75% from 1 year ago. But back right here, active listings were up about 30% from 1 year ago. So they saw a huge increase of housing supply ever since really January and February of this year. Then it started to slough off a little bit. But more recently, though, over the past couple of months, the number of active listings have been decreasing in Chicago. One possible explanation why active listings have been decreasing over the past several weeks now, as you can see right here, active listings have been decreasing. One possible explanation may be due to the fact that the number of new listings has been decreasing greatly. Again, down 31% on a year-over-year basis, which is causing this growth, or actually this decrease of active listings over the past several weeks now. In other words, it's hard to have a giant increase of active listings if we're seeing a huge reduction in the number of people listing their houses for sale. Let's also have a look at pending home sales in Chicago, Illinois. So Chicago, Illinois, look at this. Pending home sales are down 26% from 1 year ago and has been more or less on a downward trajectory ever since June of this year. All right, so changing gears slightly, let's talk about home prices in Chicago, Illinois. So right now, the median sold price is only up 2% from 1 year ago. The median price is at $310,000. The peak was right here at $340,000. And by my dumb math, that's a decrease of almost 9% in nearly the last 3 months. It's also interesting to see that home prices have only increased by 2% on a year-over-year basis, because last year this time, home prices were up 8% from 2020. All right, that's home prices in Chicago. Let's have a look at price drops though. So the share of price reductions in Chicago, Illinois, according to Redfin, is at 4.2%, and multiply that by about 4% to get the monthly share. So the monthly share, according to Redfin, would be about 16%. But here's something I found to be a little bit interesting though, because according to altosresearch.com for Chicago, Illinois, they're stating that the share of price reductions is at 54%. So if anyone knows what's going on here, I have no idea. I actually spent the last 20 minutes trying to figure out why the share of price drops on Altos Research is at 54%, whereas Redfin is below levels in 2021 and also below levels in 2019. I'm guessing that the stats here for Redfin for Chicago are wrong, but if you guys know, I'm not familiar with the Chicago market. If you guys are, please comment below. In any case, let's have a look at altosresearch.com for the share price drops. Again, they're stating that the share price drops is just under 54%. And back in March 18th, the share was only 32%. So the share price drops at 54% is higher compared to last year and also in 2021, and very close to levels we saw in pre-COVID back in 2019. And again, I'm mentioning both charts here because I really don't know why the differences are so great here. So again, Redfin is stating the share is far less compared to altosresearch.com. So again, if you guys know, please comment below. And if you guys got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you guys have an awesome day and look forward to seeing you on the next video.